Hi guys, I'm back on the plot today and I thought I'd do a quick video on the different types of protein I'm growing because I don't like to eat much meat. It's expensive, and so the more protein I can grow the better. Yeah, so this is a new one for me this year. This is Amaranth, or I know it as Love Lies Bleeding. And I grew it as a cut flower and then realised you could eat all the seeds. So I've grown red ones and green ones. So on each plant they can produce 60,000 seeds. And it's more of a seed than a grain, but it's classed as a grain to eat it. It's got 26 grams of protein per cup, which compared to other grains like rice, rice has only got 13 grams, and this has got 26. It's very similar to quinoa. It's also gluten free. It's full of amino acids. You can eat the leaves. Then 1 cup of amaranth has got 82% of your recommended daily allowance of iron. It's also full of calcium and vitamin C. What they do in India is they pop the seeds and make it into a porridge, and that's really popular in Peru, Mexico and Nepal as well. And it's also packed full of fibre. It's got 13 grams of fibre in it per cup compared to rice, which only has 2. The next protein I'm growing is soybeans. Now I know a lot of people have problems with soya, but I don't. I'm very lucky. So this is the second year of me growing them. Last year I just grew some for the seed, and this year they're growing really well. So I like to eat the immature beans, edamame beans, and I cook them in the pods. These have to be cooked. You can't eat them raw, otherwise they'll give you a really bad tummy. I like to eat them as a snack, so I cook them, I boil them in the pods, and then I eat the beans inside. I don't eat the pod. So people use soybeans to make tofu, oil, soy sauce, miso. They've got 16.9 grams of protein in it per cup and 8.1 grams of fibre, and they're absolutely full of vitamin C and K, iron and magnesium. So yeah, really good, and I'm just getting flowers on them. So, woohoo, very exciting. Another protein I'm growing is chickpeas. Again, this is new for me this year, and I grew them from a packet. But as you can tell, they're not looking very well because I made a mistake and I fed them. And they really didn't. I didn't give them a lot, but they really didn't like it. And I've turned some of the plants yellow. Some of them are green, which is great. Some of them, so I'm hoping they'll recover. We're getting flowers on them now. So yeah, chickpeas have, so in 28 grams, which is 1 ounce of chickpeas, 19 grams of protein. In 100 grams of chickpeas, they also contain 35 grams of fibre. They're a good source of carbohydrates, they're full of vitamins and minerals, and they're really easy to store. I'll just dry these on the plant. Actually, I might pick some of them green because a friend told me that the mice love them. Oh, that one's died. Yeah, they really don't like being fed. Never mind, I'll know for next year, won't I? And I'll have a few, so it's better than nothing. Come in the shade a bit now, so maybe you can see me a bit better. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Love Lies Bleeding, soybeans and chickpeas. Those are the 3 things that I'm growing for protein. New things this year. And you know, there's loads of other things that you can grow for protein. So there's the beans, the dry beans, but I tend to look at them more of a carb. than a protein. But no, anyway, yeah, the beans, dry beans, they're really good for protein. I've got Gigantes, Trail of Tears, I think it's called the Lazy Housewife, Kazar, which is a runner bean, but it's got white beans inside, they're lovely, and pea beans, so I've got all them for protein. Other things you can use is like the leafy veg, the green leafy veg, so I've got kale, what else have I got? Oh, binnet, and don't forget the pumpkin seeds and the sunflower seeds. So there is loads and loads of stuff that you can grow as a good source of protein. I've never tried amaranth before, I've never tried it, but we really like quinoa and couscous. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we'll really like that as well. Just have to be patient now and wait. But somebody said to me that with the soybeans, the mice like the chickpeas. Mice like the chickpeas, and the birds absolutely love the love lives bleeding. Love it. So I think there's going to be a bit of a race to see who can eat some first. This is a perennial kale I've got. So this is one of the sources of a good source of protein as well, fibre, vitamins. I think it's Benton's variegated kale. So last year the pigeons absolutely stripped this beer, and it's managed to come again. This is my kale. I don't like the curly kale, I just think it's too tough to eat, but this I absolutely love. This is a black kale, and the leaves are lovely and tender and everything. I've got some bush beans grown here, and again these are for drying, so these are coco de Pampol, and they're like a little white haricot bean. They're really nice. This is my squash and pumpkin patch, and I think this year actually I'll have more pumpkins than anything. The source of protein from pumpkin seeds. And when me and my son were here the other day, there it is. Can you see in there? Look at that baby growing. Beautiful. So I think I'm going to have lots of pumpkin seeds to cook as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other sources of protein that you grow, just leave a comment below and let me know, because I'm always looking at new things to grow and try. So yeah, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.